Welcome to my fantasy zone.
With titles like Devil May Cry, Beautiful Joe, and Akami under his belt, Hideki Kamiya has one of the most impressive CVs in game development. Sega are putting out his latest project, Bayonetta, a 360 and PS3 game that proves it doesn't need to say Capcom on the box to have that Kamiya magic.
The info I got is good. It's gonna get you close to finding the other stone in the pair and figuring out some of that lost past of yours.
The star of the show's Bayonetta, a powerful witch who's been woken from a 500-year slumber and has embarked on a mission to piece together her hazy past.
After jewels instead of cash, just like a girl. Jesus, can't you take a joke?
You won't find any warts on this witch, however. Bayonetta's more like a cross between a ninja and a bespectacled supermodel.
Guns! Guns!
Her main interests include guns, leather catsuits, and lollipops. The fact that she's easy on the eye doesn't make her powers any less potent either.
If you're just gonna watch, I'm putting you to the work.
When she dodges an enemy's attack at the very last second, she enters witch time. This slows down everything around her, so she can really bring the pain. She can summon the powers of her beasts within, turning into a flock of bats to avoid danger. A crow giving her the power of flight. And a high-speed panther.
Oh my, that was bloody amazing.
But most impressive of all is what she can do with her hair. Her wicked weave techniques turn it into huge fists and feet to pound on her foes. And some spectacular finishing moves give it a life of its own. Bayonetta punctuates its hectic fight sequences with puzzle sections like this where you can catch your breath. There's no way across now that the bridge has been smashed. Before we can find an alternative route, these three angels need to be dealt with. Filling Bayonetta's magic gauge allows her to unleash a punishing torture attack. You're given a rating for each battle you complete. We got a platinum medal for this one. Not bad at all. Dispatching those enemies has activated this mysterious portal. Crossing through, we find ourselves in another, much prettier dimension. Raising these statues, then dodging the beam of light they launch at you, temporarily stops time. This allows Bayonetta to jump across using the frozen fountains as platforms. Pulling this lever reveals a magic hourglass. Let's haul it back through the portal to the dark side to see if it'll help with our broken bridge. Here goes nothing. Throughout Bayonetta's mission, she'll come up against some of the most weird and wonderful bosses ever seen in a video game. Here's a selection of our favourites. This colossal enemy likes to throw his weight around, amongst other things. Some quick evasive actions needed. Being grabbed by the jaws of one of this beast's heads isn't enough to stop our anti-heroine. A quick kick to the tonsils, and she's free again. This serpent looks like a slippery customer. Bayonetta isn't fazed though. She just hops on board and unravels her wicked weave. That's what I call a bad hair day. Just when you thought they couldn't get any bigger, you run into this fella. Those massive arms could be his downfall though, if Bayonetta can run the length of them and reach his head without being splattered by these flying containers. Not only does this giant have an axe the size of a car park, he's also taken a small child hostage. A bit of witch time should let us get close enough to make him give up the goods.
I've got a fever, and the only cure is more dead angels.
The whole experience is distinctly Japanese, and handled with such high levels of production, imagination and humour, you'll be kept in a state of enchantment for the 20 hours or so it'll take to play through to the end. We can't recall ever seeing this many epic boss battles squeezed into just one game, and while the gameplay doesn't offer anything particularly original, the intense, often balletic combat never fails to look and feel beautifully graceful. Less skilled gamers are given the option to dumb down the controls so they can get the most out of the game. But for long-term fans of titles like Devil May Cry, that won't be necessary. They should put Bayonetta straight at the top of their wants list, because this is the pinnacle of stylish, all-out action. We'll give it 9.5 out of 10.